You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Never die. 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 Never die.
All right. It is Friday. Before we get into today's podcast, I'd like to thank my podcast sponsors, Official. Official is a hip-hop inspired street brand. Shirts, hats, bracelets, hoodies. Get hooked the fuck up at official.com. Use code AngryDad at checkout. That is AngryDad at checkout at official.com. Get 25% off your first order. That is 25% off your first order at official.com. Get hooked the fuck up. Pit Boss Grills. Pit Boss brings the heat to the market with bigger, hotter, and heavier grills. Guess the fuck what? I smoke, I grill, I do all these things with my pits, and I have two of them. I love the customer service. I've had issues where like things break down, but the warranties are there. They help, they ship, they take care of. That's why I love Pit Boss Grills. I am a forever user of their products. So guess the fuck what? Get hooked the fuck up at pitbossgrills.com. CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. No job too big, no job too small. Residential, commercial, does not matter. CH Concrete can help you. Just mention Angry Dad, and they'll take care of you. Jags. Jags is a fully stocked preferred destination for every gearhead, professional racer, weekend warrior, restoration nut who wants to take their vehicles to the next level. Get hooked the fuck up at jags.com. 511 Tactical, purpose-built clothing, footwear, bags, and tactical gear for life's most demanding missions. Sundays, get your lawn in fucking check. It's simple. It's easy. Click the website and your lawn's going to be luscious and green by the summertime. So get hooked the fuck up at sundays.com. Hemp Bombs. Hemp Bombs is a premium hemp CBD product. High potency CBD. Feel great. Relax now at hempbombs.com. Use the link in the notes. It really helps me the fuck out. Let's get right into today's podcast. Just moments ago, I had a completely different podcast I was going to do, but I just listened to Linkin Park's new song, Lost. It's been released. It's been so many years since Chester Pennington has passed away. And it's so crazy because, like, I was a huge Linkin Park's fan. The song is beautiful. The song is just amazing. I'll link the video in the notes so you guys can check it the fuck out. But at the same fucking time, I need you guys to understand. Linkin Park held a moment in time in my life where I was confused. I didn't know. I was just living my life. And just, it's weird how music lines with your life. Like the emotions it brings up. Like, when you're dealing with something and something just hits right, you listen to it. And even if you don't have the emotions or the feelings or you're just dealing with stuff, it's a timestamp. It's a marker. It's where you had to deal with either some kind of trauma, some kind of happiness, some kind of sadness, some kind of issue, some kind of greatness. Like it's funny how like music holds these memories and unlocks them as soon as you heard them, because like it's just so crazy. Because like I had a crazy moment in time in my life where my life just completely fell apart, and I just always remember listening to the Linkin Park CDs. I'd just be working, driving a truck, listening to them, and then just like feeling emotions and having all these times where I was just like in awe of like what is happening. My life is crashing in. I feel like absolute dog shit. But yet there's this feeling of cope and happiness where it's like these things help me fill out, because like we all look into music deeply. We all have these moments and times where the words and the lyrics mean something so much more than what it really is. But that's the beautiful thing about music. That's the beautiful thing about what we listen to and what's going on, because like we can have these moments and times that we can reflect on just by hearing a song, by hearing a voice, by hearing a person that we went through that helped us. All right. And it's crazy because like I said, even at those moments and times that I had these emotions and then I had these feelings, I didn't know how to express them. But when I was alone, just me, my music, and what was going on and my thoughts, my feelings, and everything that was just like, like a hurricane in me, it helped focus. It helped give me a point. It gave me not purpose, but it gave me a will where I'm like, they feel me. They understand me. They get it. This song is the soundtrack, what I needed to fucking hear, because it's helping me. You know what I'm saying? Music, it transcends to everybody. It hits just right. Like even deep down, it's just like so crazy that we can feel like this. I've been to a concert once where I've seen grown men cry while music is being played. And I used to laugh because I was like, oh yeah, that's, he's not manly. I was like, no, no, I 100% understand now why people get emotional, why people have these feelings, why, because it's uncontrollable, because we have years of dealing with whatever we're dealing with, and that song comes on and it just triggers everything that's going on with your life. It triggers that emotion, it triggers that feeling, it triggers that timestamp when you just hear it. And it's not all the time, it's just those moments and times where you're really into the music and you're feeling it, and you get this release. And this release is so good, it's so profound, it's so like it needs to happen, because your body is letting loose the stress and the tension that you're holding on to. And it's so weird that that happens, you know what I'm saying? Because like we're just listening to music, we're just enjoying our lives, but we're getting this relief, we're getting this harmonic feeling, this harmonic balance, this harmonic thing coming from these rhythms, these songs, these voices, these lyrics, and it just releases this purge. And this purge is all your emotions that you have pent up and holding in. And you just needed something to crack the dam. You just needed something to fucking let the floodgates go, to release this feeling, to release this emotion, to release what is happening to you. And I was listening to this song, I was just like, man, I remember having really good times and living my life with Linkin Park. But as they progressed and as they got older, and even as Chester, started a new band, was still doing, Linkin Park and all this stuff, I just remember holding on, because everything he said and everything in those songs right before he passed were just like hitting like I said, every emotion and every feeling, the sorrow, the depression, the happiness, the outlook, the growth, the everything that that was happening to me at that moment in time. I was heavily into Linkin Park, and I hold so much so much love for that music, love for Chester Bennington, love for Linkin Park, love for what was being done at that moment in time, because it helped me. It helped me cope. It helped me deal. It helped me pass my time. And I just remember focusing on the music so much, because every lyric and every song was just so impactful to me, because I related to it. And as music grows and as music changes, we have these moments and times where, everybody has that. Everybody feels that. Everybody is like, they have their own niche, they have their own line, they have their own kind of music, they have their own soundtrack. But the thing is as we get older and as we grow, I want people to really understand that, it's okay to get emotional. It's okay to purge this flood of emotions that we just bottle up and hold in, because, it's no good for nobody. But sometimes you just need a little kick, a little nudge, a little push, the right song, the right moment, the right artist, the right lyric, the right thing to help you. You know what I'm saying? Music is just one of those things that just hits just right, especially with the right song, especially with the right singer, especially with the right words. And it reflects what's going on with you, because guess what? You need something to help you look inwards. And a lot of times when you're listening to music and you're listening to these things, you're listening to what you need to hear to be able to look in and self-reflect and understand that it is okay. Deal with this feeling, deal with these emotions, let it out. Have what you're having go. All right. Whether it's crying, sadness, tears, happiness, joy, fucking, helping you to relive a moment, to understand, to either not do that again, or to lean into that feeling, to lean into the love and happiness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? Songs are happy, songs are depressing. But the thing is the right song at the right moment will help you just cope with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I've had that feeling and I've had those emotions and I've gone through those things. And just hearing that song, it just triggered this thought process like, oh, I feel like, just all things that I've been thinking about that are just been in the back of my head come up. And I'm just forcing them down because I understand I don't need to deal with them because I've already dealt with them. But you know what? I'm having these emotions, I'm having these feelings, and I'm having this moment in time where I'm just purging out these thoughts, because why do I feel like this? Why am I being like this? Why do I think about this? And then I'm like, and then it helps me realize, like, that's just past drama, past like trauma, past pain that helped me become who I am. And it's a reminder to constantly be who I am now, not be who I was then. And it's hard to think about, it's hard to feel, but like I said, it comes in waves. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be sitting there just relaxing, sitting there having a good time, then all of a sudden you just have this horrible feeling. You have this anxiety that builds up. It's because you have this trigger in your head of remembering something at some weird moment in time in your life. But then you hear the right song, you turn on the car, you fucking put on your iTunes, you put on your Spotify, you put on whatever music listening thing that you use. And when you do that, you hear what the algorithm gives you. And that algorithm sometimes hits you just right. It gives you the right song, the right place to remember who you are, what you're doing, and to understand that, am I fixing my life? Am I changing my life? Am I in the same situation? Can I make myself better? Am I being better? Am I being the best me? And that's the thing. Music has that effect on us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like, you know, like this undertone that just hits, you know, because like you don't know why, but it's tied to that. It's tied to this feeling. It's tied to this emotions. And, you know, it's always good to listen to music. It's always good to have a little you time, whether you're going to go running, whether you're going to exercise, whether you're driving in your car. You know what I'm saying? We have these moments in times that we reminisce. Like I remember back in the day, just having a radio, being in my room, listening to my music. You know what I'm saying? Being alone in my car, listening to music. You know, working out, training with my music. Doing, you know, cardio, like jumping on the bike, listening to music. You know what I'm saying? Or even when I'm working, if I can, listen to music. And it's like, it's just a subtle reminder sometimes to remember that we're just human. We're just people. That there's nothing different between all of us, because guess the fuck what? We're all people at the end of the fucking day. We have emotions. We have feelings. We have these things that we have to deal with. And when we deal with them in our own ways, in the ways we best see fit, you know what I'm saying? It's just to remember who you are, what you're doing, and is my situation better? Is my life better? Okay, or just letting out these emotions and just purging them out and all right, I'm past it. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm recovered. I feel better. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I heard this song this morning, and when I heard it, I'm just like, that's exactly what I needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? I had a life of turmoil. I was going through all this bullshit, but I hear this. It reminds me of them. It reminds me of then. But now I'm not like that. Now I don't have that. Now the anxiety that I felt at that very moment in time, as soon as that first fucking riff, that first fucking beat, that first fucking lyric hit, it reminded me of my past. But then it also reminded me I'm not that past anymore. I'm my future. I've gone past that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a better person than I was then, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and whatever you want to fucking say. That it's good to remember where you came from, what happened, and to understand that you've grown from that. You know what I'm saying? Music has that effect on us. And like I said, I don't know if I make sense sometimes, but like I said, that's just how I'm feeling right now. That's just the emotions and the thought process that I'm going through. So put on a fucking good album, throw on something you haven't heard in a while, and just listen. Let the world bring what it needs to bring to make you better, to make you happy, to remind you who you are right now. And that's what I'm fucking saying. So guess the fuck what? I'm the angry motherfucking dad. You want to watch my shit? IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to a Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that fucking bullshit. I'm also part of the Inner Circle Podcast Network, a group of powerful podcasts out there sharing their shit. That is innercirclepn.com. Every one of our websites, every one of our shows, every one of our platforms, make sure to check it the fuck out. Because we have shows as Creatures of the Night, The Hood Diner, The Untrained Eye, The Plunge, Failing Hollywood, Simmons and More podcast. Shit happens when you party naked, too hot for the fucking internet, so it has to be on Patreon at Team Almy. So make sure you go check it the fuck out, and I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Never die. Always living, always living, always living, always living, always living, always living.